All right, so Taj, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers beat the Green Bay Packers in this Sunday primetime showdown. The Buccaneers win this one 38-10. And Aaron Rodgers, they got up to a good start. They were at a 10-0 lead, and then he threw two picks in a row back to back. One was a pick six, and then the other one, the receiver kind of wobbled, and the the defense got that one out the air. And on Tampa Bay side, Tom Brady had 166 yards with two TDs, and it was really the defense. After those two picks, that it was all just Tampa Bay after that point. What do you make of this win by the Buccaneers?
This was a great win by the Buccaneers. You guys need people. Y'all need to respect the Buccaneers. We gotta understand. Aaron Rodgers has the best touchdown interception ratio in the history of the NFL. We're talking about a guy that has 13 touchdowns on the season to zero interceptions. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers end up picking this guy off on two consecutive plays. They had to pick on this guy. I mean, they could very well have four picks today. And Tom Winfield, he dropped one in the backfield. Like Aaron Rodgers could really been picked off four times. He looked completely embarrassed in this game. I mean, after that first pick, it was just all the time. But Aaron Rodgers, it was like he was just completely shocked. He was out of rhythm. And you guys want to talk about everybody want to talk about Tom Brady. When he forgot it was fourth down that game. Aaron Rodgers had a few delay of game penalties in this game. Like this guy, he had some issues with the clock in this game. Like it's like he had a few delay of game penalties. So Jamal Williams, you call out Tom Brady, but your quarterback knows fourth down. Your quarterback needs to know how much time on the clock to play. Because that delay of game penalty when the score was 14-10, that kind of cost you guys the game. That gave you guys third and 18. So Jamal Williams, you need to shut him out. He had all this talk. Jamal Williams had all this talk. Everybody says when you play against Tom Brady, shut him out. Shut him out. You saw the same thing with Jalen Ramsey in the 2017 NFC Championship game. You see the same thing with other players. Every year, you see these young guys. They just want to call out Brady when they think their team is doing great and they're going to play a team that with Tom Brady, and then they come up and then they just play like dog shit. Jamal Williams, four carries, 34 yards. You think you should be talking? 34 yards. Come on, I can give you 34 yards in the NFL. You think you need to be talking? Everybody, and this game was about the rookie. It's not gonna lie. Scotty Miller and then Tom Wilfield in the backfield for Tampa Bay defense. Those guys showed up today. Those guys from Minnesota showed up today. That defense from Tampa, that's scary. That pass rush is scary. What they did to Aaron Rodgers today is completely scary. Aaron Rodgers, he's going to be having nightmares about today's game. I mean, he had a QBR of 35. I mean, a rating of 35 today. This guy has a rating of 130 on the season. Today, he had a rating of 35, the lowest in the NFL this week. I think the lowest in the NFL the entire season, 35. And there's a stat line that says when Aaron Rodgers is pressured, his completion percentage is 29%, which is the lowest in the NFL by far. So all you need to do is pressure this guy, and he's gonna play like dog shit like he did today. So I think everybody, y'all need to just put some respect on the Buccaneers name. I know a lot of people is hype about the Green Bay Packers. I think the Green Bay Packers was ranked the number one team in the rankings coming into this week. I think they're ranked the number one team. I wonder what they will be after this game. They don't need to be top 10 from this beating the Tampa Bay Buccaneers put on them.
Well, just you giving a lot of hate to Aaron Rodgers right now. Tom Brady didn't play that well in this game. I just want to point that out. He was relatively average. I mean, yeah, he had two TD passes, but his passing percentage, his yards, it was relatively a mediocre game for him.
He had a rating of 104. How's that mediocre?
Hold on. But he was 17-27 with 166 yards. It's not very good. And let's just a couple of things. Yeah, I give you that point. After those two interceptions, it felt like you kind of get is like when you don't want to make another mistake. That's how Aaron Rodgers was playing. When you don't make a bunch of mistakes and you don't want to mess it up anymore, so you try to play kind of conservative, and it throws you out of your rhythm. So like you said, he didn't. You could see he was trying to play conservative and he was out of his rhythm. Like he was kind of shooken, and I mean, you gotta kind of You can't play like that. Like if you want to win this game, you already made the mistakes. Put them behind you. You gotta throw the ball to get back in this game. He looked like he didn't want to really throw the ball. He just was playing kind of timid. And if I mean they those that second one that wasn't really on him. The guy that was pass interference. The dude was on his back, pulling him down, and then the dude he misses it. It bounces off his hands, and then the other guy catches it and returns it. But this I
No,
don't.
it did not bounce off his hands. Nothing bounced off his hands in second. No, it did
It
not.
bounces off his hands.
No, it didn't. No, it went straight to the plate. The guy completely missed the ball.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. What are you
He
talking about?
completely missed the
No,
ball.
he didn't. No, he
He
didn't.
completely missed the ball. No interception bounced off anyone's hands. Aaron Rodgers completely missed the player.
The dude had a
Those were
chance.
clean interceptions, all of those.
He wasn't. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Anyway, but I like the young guys talking out and kind of talking trash talk. Obviously you got to back it up. You can't talk trash and then come out and lay an egg. But I don't mind these guys talking trash. I always say, if you could talk trash, you gotta come out and back it up. Because then you could get the hate, you could get the feedback. Dudes could call you out after the game if you don't back it up, and then you gotta live with it. But I don't mind the dudes calling out Tom Brady and this and that. I have no problem with that.
The problem with that is when you decide that you're gonna call it one of the greatest player of all time, your whole team has to back that up, not just you. You're talking for the whole team. Trust me, some guys in that locker room, they are pissed off right now because a guy like Jamal Williams, who's supposed to be the key of this offense next to Aaron Jones, this guy only had 34 yards. So I'm sure the veterans in that locker room are gonna be like, hey, you want to be talking like you need to respect. You need to have respect for this guy. This guy been in the league for 20 years. And you want to come out talking smack. Now all us have to bail you out. Now you see what they did to us. Now we look like dog shit because not everybody's going to be looking at us as, all right, see, Packers players came out and called out Tom Brady, and then the team played like shit. They're not going to call out Jamal Williams. They're going to call out the entire Packers team. And that is the problem. When you are a player, trust me, it's a reason why you don't really see veterans calling out other veterans. You don't see it. It's always the young guys that's having a good season so far. They're the ones usually doing the talking, and they end up being humbled, like you see this week. And I want to get on key. You guys talk about Gronk is washed. Robert Gronkowski played great today. He had 80 yards. Well, I think it was 2 touchdowns, and he really had the most big plays today for the Buccaneers. So everybody talk about Gronk is washed. You guys have to realize when Gronk is targeted, Tom Brady completion percentage is 60% when Gronk is targeted. This guy is not even top 25 for tight ends and receptions, but he is top 10 in yards. Like y'all need to put some respect on Gronk. Just because he didn't have the 120 yards in game 1 and game 2 and game 3, people want to say he's washed. You have to understand.
See, now you making all this noise about Gronk. He have one game. I know you say not one word about Gronk before this game, and that's how I know he's been relatively ineffective. And I mean, he had a good game today. Yeah, the dude had a good game. I'm not gonna take that away from him, but I don't see this is not gonna continue going forward. Yeah, he might have another good game where he goes for 80 or 100 yards again, but this isn't a normal thing. He probably will get 2 passes a game, 1 pass a game, probably one late when Tom Brady needs someone who's slightly more reliable, someone who he trusts. But this Gronk, the old Gronk is over. He's more of like a role player now.
So
Like
what do you expect from Gronk? What do you expect from Gronk?
no,
What is a good game? What is a good game?
no. I mean,
Because
I'm not
what is a good
expecting
game?
one
You're
for
saying
100
he's ineffective. You're saying he's ineffective. How is he in? You're saying that he's ineffective. So what does Gronk have to do for you to prove to you that he contributes to this team?
No,
That
see,
he's a
no.
big contribution. What does he have to do?
This way you're mistaking me. I don't have a problem with Gronk just playing his role, but when Gronk signed with his team, everybody's always said, "Oh, Tampa Bay going to the Super Bowl. Oh, Gronk back. This is the best offense in the league. This and that. This and that." Everyone was freaking out. I'm saying, what everyone freaking out for? Like the way y'all reacted is he coming back like this prime Gronk. I'm like, no, this dude could just be a kind of a role player in this offense. Like everyone,
No,
come on.
that's not true. No, that's not true. Pete, the way people reacted like that is because everybody knows Gronk is a security blanket. Tom Brady wasn't going after Gronk every play in New England. Anyone that thinks that Gronk was just getting 10 receptions a game in New England, that's not true. Gronk would get about 5 receptions and go for 120 yards because he's a security blanket. That's why people were beating the bush. It's just that you guys, now anyone, New England fans know why Tom Brady likes Gronk. Everybody just thinks of Gronk. You're thinking of this guy that he's just getting 20 receptions a game. No, he's a security blanket. So when people were hyped up when they signed him, they said, all right, Tom Brady, this is a new team. He's not gonna have an off season. At least when needed, he's gonna have that security blanket. And you saw it prove out today, and it's been shown out in the previous games.
Yeah,
Gronk has been coming through
I
when Tom
mean,
Brady needed. That's if he
never.
catches 3 passes per game, we are okay with that because we know that it's going to be big plays. It's going to come on third downs, and it's going to come when Tampa Bay really needs it, and he's going to give you Pro Bowl blocking on the other end. It's
I
the
mean,
reason
no,
why
that,
Ronald Jones, he went for 104 yards today. Gronk is the best blocking tight end in NFL history, and you're seeing it with the running backs in Tampa Bay.
hold on.
Ronald Jones, he's playing unbelievable. He's playing on a Pro Bowl place. It's a reason for that. Gronk is helping block him, but you guys don't see that side. You just
No,
expect
no,
Gronk
no,
to go for 150 yards every game, which is not what the Buccaneers need from him.
Okay, no, listen, this where it's going wrong. Like this is not the same energy I was getting from all the Tom Brady and the Buccaneers fans when he first signed with this team. And now you guys trying to switch the narrative. So oh, this is all we need from him. We only need him to be blocking, and we only need 2 receptions, 3 receptions. That's good for him. That's all we need from him. It's like, no, that's not what y'all was saying at when y'all first signed them. So don't try and switch the narrative now. I don't appreciate that.
No, people were hyped. So nobody said Gronk was going to have yards. He reached 10 reception game. But before Gronk even signed with Tampa Bay, don't forget, everybody was saying, we don't know how Tom Brady is going to get to the ball to all of these receivers. You got Mike Evans on one side, you got Chris Godwin, you got Scotty Miller, then you got Cameron Brady, you got OJ Howard, then you got Ronald Jones in the backfield, and you got Leonard Fournette. Everybody was saying we don't know how the ball is going to get spread around with all those guys. Now you think when they added Gronk, nobody thought Gronk was going for 100 yards. So you guys need to stop that press. Everybody knows when Gronk got signed to Tampa Bay, we say he's going to be the security blanket, he's going to be the big play, and when Tom Brady needs him, he's going to be there. That is why they signed Gronk. It's just you guys, when you heard Gronk, you just interpreted in your head 100 yards, 1,400 yards a season, 10 receptions a game. That's not realistic. You see Mike Evans. Mike Evans, I don't even know if he's averaging 50 yards a game. We're talking about a Pro Bowler who's been 100 yards his entire 6 seasons in the NFL. He's been over 100 yards. This guy has been 100 yards a game. He's not even averaging 50 yards a game on this Buccaneers team. That tells you how much offensive firepower they have. Now you think add Gronk to that. Come on now. You can't expect everyone on the team to get 100 yards. That's just not realistic. And the running back is running for 100 yards. Come on, that's not realistic. You guys need to stop the press.